This video will look at the TabPilot Teacher Tools app for iOS. It provides the same functions as Teacher Tools in Control Tower and is launched from the icon directly on the teacher's iPad, where they can log in using the same ID and password that's used for Control Tower. A list of groups and classes is presented, and the teacher can select from the ones that they have access to. Along the top bar, we see the currently selected home screen layout, and we can tap it to see device status, and then again to select a different layout. When we select a different layout, the screens will begin to change to show both the background and the icons for that particular layout. Later, the teacher can select it again, tap on the layout name, and select a different layout to switch to that. Some functions are accessed by selecting one or more devices. Tap on a device to put a checkbox by it, or use the icon along the top to select them all. Let's look at some of the lock functions like Screen Lock, App Lock, and Web Lock. Screen Lock allows you to type in a custom message or use the previous message and tap the lock button to lock students into the lock screen to get their attention at the front of the room. They can then be released one at a time or as an entire class. When functions are sent to the iPads, about every 10 seconds the Teacher Tools app will update the icons. In this case, you can see the lock buttons on there. They can be released one at a time or as a group. So I've just released one of them, and in a moment we should see the lock disappear from that particular iPad. You can use the refresh button to refresh automatically without waiting for the 10-second period. Let's take a look at the other two types of lock. Let's lock this device into Web Lock, where we'll select one or more websites that were defined in Web Locks in Control Tower. And we'll take this second device and we will use App Lock to lock it into a specific app. In this case, I'll choose Class Dojo. So after a moment, both of these devices will launch into either Safari for Web Lock or the selected app, and the icons will begin to change in the Teacher app as well. You can see the first iPad has already launched into Safari, and it has already gone to the allowed sites list where the two sites are listed that the student can access during this session. You can see the second iPad has launched into Class Dojo. After just a moment, the icons in the Teacher app will change to reflect either the Safari icon for the Web Lock, or you can see the Class Dojo icon there for that particular app. Other functions that you'll find on the menu are Airplay, which will launch a single device to an Apple TV that's available in the classroom, and you can see where the student has to accept that. And there's also a function available for clearing a forgotten student passcode. That covers the key functions of the iOS Teacher Tools app. You may be wondering how this app is similar or different from the Apple Classroom app. While they do overlap, there are some unique features of each. For example, the Teacher Tools app from TabPilot can apply home screen layouts, customize the lock screen message, and other functions, whereas the Apple Classroom app can do things like allow the teacher to view the student's screens or launch a student into an iBook. So look on our support site for the comparison chart. Thanks for watching. Hope you found the video useful.